Okay, so we're back here now.
Yeah.
Okay, first of all, I'm Tim,
I'm Doug.
and this is...
Loveable Miscreants Gaming.
And we just saved the first
Yep.
priestess? Priest?
Maiden.
Maiden.
They call them maidens.
Okay, gotta remember the terminology.
So we're just gonna leave the Dark World.
So we saved the maiden from the dark world, came back to the light, and where are we heading now?
We're gonna go get everything.
You said something about breaking the game, and I got upset because you had not done that yet with what we just did. So what?
I'm breaking the game in the sense that I am
was
completely
losing its
going off
mind.
the intended path.
And by completely, you mean you're not going to do a damn thing.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Okay, so what are you doing right now? Like, heading towards what, specifically?
If I remember correctly, I'm heading to the Lost Woods.
We're going back there?
Yeah.
For what?
Not the woods themselves,
Oh, it's around that area.
but remember those woodcutters?
Ah?
We're gonna go check on them.
So what, the tree they cut down heads us to another location?
It's just a bonus item.
Ah. Bonus item.
Yeah, so
Do
the
what?
trigger for them finishing is the Aghanim battle.
Ah. The hell are those things flying around?
Those were crows.
Oh, so they just damage you?
So you can see now the tree's much lighter. So you just run into it.
No, so you did. Oh.
So they finished cutting through the tree,
But there was a hole.
but there's a hole in it. And there's a fairy fountain down here.
Oh, come on. How many hearts does one fairy...
7.
Ah, so you took 2 for nothing. And a piece of a damn heart.
Well, I wasn't like they were so close together. I picked up both at the same time.
kind of figured that had been the case.
So yeah, we got that.
Got a fairy and a heart piece.
Got a fairy and a heart piece.
What the hell? If I wasn't used to a game like this already, I'd be losing my mind. Trying to navigate any of this nonsense.
So we're gonna go into a different entrance of the woods.
Didn't we come this way before? No.
I think we left this way once. Yeah, I did because I picked up that sword.
Yep.
That's where the heart piece was, where I stole it from the thief.
Okay.
Oh, dead end.
That's not fair. So why does the sword do that?
So the Master Sword, when you have full health, shoots out a beam. So that's what's coming out of the end.
Oh, okay. Did it do that in Breath of the Wild? I can't remember.
Yeah, if you did the
Charge throw?
the button to throw it, instead it shot out a.
Yeah, that's why I never did that, because I was too afraid to throw away the Master Sword.
Trust me, once
That's
you get the
why I
Master
never
Sword,
did that.
once you get the Master Sword, you can't get rid of it.
Except for
There's a
that
curse
damn-
upon you.
There's a Hyrulean shield. Crap. That was annoying as all hell. They'll go buy the shield a second time after getting it the first time.
What after it breaks?
Yeah.
I never had mine break,
Oh, I wonder why.
and I went surfing on it and everything.
Well, no, because...
All right, so we're back in the Dark World.
Oh, my God.
So
You just cut the grass.
through normal playthrough, if you just play this without like exploring too much, you normally can't come here until you beat the second dungeon.
How so? Is it just because of location
So
basis,
if you didn't
or-
know about that rock that I just picked up to
Yeah.
portal in,
You would have portaled in at a different location.
you can't get across to this side of the map because to the south is a dark rock that you can't pick up yet.
Huh?
And so you see the darker rocks, the darker
Yeah.
skulls? You can't pick them up.
But you can from the light.
No.
No.
You can't pick them up yet because they're too heavy. You need an upgraded
And there's a hole.
glove. Yeah, there's a cave here.
Oh, my God. Come on. So it gave you 4.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God. Oh, come on.
Another piece of heart.
So you're going to buff getting hearts before you go to the next dungeon. So you're going to have way too many hearts by the time you get to the next one.
So right here you see I jump into the light world and then back into the dark. It's because when I portaled into the dark world, I landed on the side of the wall, which would be an invalid area for me to stand. So if you clip in the walls, it jumps you back into the light world.
Ah, okay. So from the last point that you existed.
Yeah. So I'm going to do a little trick here that normally you would need the gloves to pick them up because you can't just push this tombstone, you have to run into it. But there's enough space to
just do it from there
to trigger the boots. In the Game Boy Advance remake of this, you can't do this because the tombstone is closer. So every time you try to trigger the boots, you actually just grab the tombstone. So you have to wait. But I just got magical cape.
What does that do?
Turns you invisible.
All right then. Well, all right then. So, as you said with Game Boy Advance remake, does that mean they rebuilt portions of the game to put onto GBA, or the same
partial
as like a
port, partial remake?
Ah. Because to me that sounds like a that sounds like a
so,
rebuild.
see that arrow right there on the ground?
I saw it, yeah.
In the grass? That's pointing you across because the bridge is broken. So you need an item to actually get
over to
across.
that side.
It's the hook shot. There's rocks on the other side that you can hook into and pull yourself across with. But I don't have that yet, so...
I'm going to go do that.
But I know about the hidden...
Go, 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 go. Go, go, go. Run away.
They get bored after a while.
Those spears didn't look very effective. They had balls on the end and not points.
They hurt.
They still hurt.
They hurt worse than the swords.
Are you kidding me? How's that fair?
Like that does a half heart. Those guys with the pokey, like, Q-tips do a full heart damage.
Jesus. Seems like a bit much. That's an arrow.
Alright. Get ready for this, Tim.
What in the hell is that?
That's,
Ew.
You'll see. He's a little goblin or whatever.
Go back to the light world.
So he tells us about he buried his flute. So we just got ready?
Shovel.
Ready? Just got the shovel.
Okay.
Ready for this? Ready for this?
You know where it is.
We got our shovel. We're gonna hop back into the light world.
The hell?
So that guy we just talked to who got the shovel is that kid right there.
So you just
Use the shovel 5 times, and the shovel's gone.
So it's gone by the time you finish that.
The ocarina replaces it, or the flute they call it, replaces it,
And he disappears.
and then he disappears. So his song that he's playing on his
What-
flute actually teleported him into the dark world. So that's him right there.
Oh, so oh.
And then he's like, I'm getting hazy. So he's like, play the song for me one more time. So I play the song for him.
And then what, he goes back.
Turns to a tree.
Oh, ugh.
Yeah, I just killed him.
Oh,
I turned him into a
God.
tree.
You petrified him.
I did.
You're Medusa.
No, I'm clearly the hero.
Yeah, no. No. I mean, Medusa's not technically a villain. Medusa suffered.
She's just a monster. 'Cause
She was turned into something because of a jealous god, so it's not fair to call her. And then, I mean, you could call her a villain because she raped and bred with men to create the Gorgons, so little distinctive to its own. She created the Gorgons so she'd basically get back at Aphrodite. Unless I'm thinking of a different story, in which case I'm confused.
No, pretty much.
I feel like that was really accurate. I've read so much stupid like mythology rewrites because of Wonder Woman comics, and I'm kind of missing some of the stories, and I flip them every so often as to where they come through. Because you've got the Hercules from Marvel, which is a really good hero,
All right.
who's also apparently an AA sponsor, which I think is really funny.
So we're gonna play a mini game here. It costs 80 rupees to play.
Oh,
And
it's
it
just
is-
like that friggin' snowball throwing crap in breath. Oh, I hated that.
No, it's a digging game.
Now you have a shovel again.
He let me a shovel. Entirely a luck-based game.
Is it different every time?
Uh-huh.
Really?
I'm looking for a heart piece.
This would kill me. Luck-based, I would lose.
Watch the timer.
But you, the last second, I'm guessing, right? Oh, come on. Come on.
Absolute last second.
Come on. That's not fair. Would you have done it again if you...
Yeah.
100%.
Or just
Okay.
leave the screen, go back and attempt it again.
That's bull. I mean, I'm amazed. But
There
that's
is one more
bull.
luck-based game.
Say again?
There's one more luck-based game in this.
God. I'll never do it. I'll never be able to, I would never be able to do that. Son of a bitch.
By the way, there's a lot more guards out on the field now. They weren't here before in this area.
Yeah, that, is that because of the whole Aghanim thing, or?
Mm-hmm.
His name is literally Agony. I mean, come on. You know he's a villain. It's like Cruella de Vil. It's like, come on! I mean, I get it, you know, it's... This was Japanese developed, yes?
Mm-hmm.
So, do you know what the translated names are? I bet they're 100% as equal.
I don't.
That's something I always find interesting. So he's going to look it up. So that's something I always find interesting is translating names and learning their representation. Because Japanese, I want to say lettering, but I know that's not correct in terminology. Japanese lettering is amazing to me. I can't read it or understand a damn thing, but it's interesting how everything represents itself.
Mm-hmm.
Like counting in Harakana is just adding a dash to increase what the number value in and of itself is, as well as the elemental representations per, I think the term is kanji. So valuing that in this game, I feel like if you represented it in its bread terminology, it would probably represent the same thing. So like, again, Aghanim is agony. That's the only way that's represented. At all. You can't confuse that with anything. And I guarantee there's another villain in another game I'm remembering. I can't remember off right now, but it's gotta be the same thing. Like, it's a writer's technique that's very common. I think the term is archetype or archetype, which I think people are insane for saying it a second way, but I don't know. I find that interesting. Especially with the way, you know, natural terminology like that used makes not just gameplay, but storytelling easier. Because you know who the bad guy is. Or you can at least utilize that into tricking people to think that that might be the bad guy. Or just a bad attitude. So, are you backtracking right now, or... I know you're referencing, but... Represent names...
His name's Aghanim. In the
It's
Japanese.
literally... Ha! Ha! That's amazing. What? His name is literally Darling. Link's name is Darling.
Mm-hmm.
What? How does that make any sense? Sahasrara. Sahasrara. You had problems saying that name? That's how that's spelled? Sahasrara.
Yeah, I can't say it.
Huh. You're flipping the R and the H for no reason. I find that funny.
It's just because
But what I mean is
as a kid, I just never could pronounce it.
Aghanim. Aghanim is exactly the same. Is it the kanji representation here, or is it
Nope.
something else I'm reading?
The reason why his name is Aghanim in the U.S. is because it's just a
it's
translation.
it's a non-translatable word.
Yeah.
It's a word they created. How is it non-translatable? Yeah, whatever. Okay, never mind.
Here we go. Second luck-based game.
And that's the same thing for what looks like Ganon's terminology.
Yeah, all their names are just the translated versions of their actual names. Like Rinku is Link.
Yeah, 100. That's
Zaruda is
God.
Zelda.
There's a term for it, and I can't remember what it is.
It's just localized.
No. There's a term for sounding a word the way it is relatively spelled. Kanji, Harakana, and there's some other term I learned. God, I can't remember. I might be using it and I don't even know. That's gonna bother the hell out of me. And I'm not even gonna bother looking it up. It's gonna take too damn long. I can't look away from the screen. 50 rupees, 100 rupees. Do you keep the stuff you... Yo,
Yep.
come! You're cheating!
I'm not cheating.
You're cheating!
I'm not cheating. I'm
You're
trying to find the heart piece.
You're stealing this dude's stuff.
No.
Taking from the same 2 or 3 chests.
I am paying him money to play his game.
You just spent 30 rupees.
So
You've done this 3 times. You just gained 200 rupees. And spent almost 120. How is it? And then just got more. How is it fair? You're cheating.
So, the name of this village is Thieves Town.
Oh, come on. That's not even fair.
I'm stealing from thieves. Or I'm gambling. There we go.
Oh,
Got the heart
come
piece.
on.
Finally. That was like, what, 5 attempts?
How long would it have... You spend the 30. Can you open every chest?
You can only open 2.
You can only open 2.
Yeah.
Jesus.
It's part of the game.
That's why you kept opening the same ones over and over again?
Yeah.
Because eventually it will be those 2. I should have been doing that every time. I should have done that every
So,
time.
Tim?
In every other game I play with, has that mechanic.
Welcome to level 4.
4th... What? Wait, level 4.
What-
Do you
what?
mean the 4th dungeon?
Welcome to Dungeon 4.
Didn't we just do 5 dungeons?
Well,
You skipped one.
Dungeon 4 in the Dark World.
Ah! Clarifier.
Yeah, not 4th dungeon. Dungeon 4 in the Dark World.
Ah, okay. So, we ended up here. What are we doing here?
Completing the dungeon?
Just, no, going through, like, okay. So we're technically moving on to the next thing.
So,
You got another
I want an
compass.
item in this dungeon.
And the item is?
I'll tell you when you get it.
Fair enough. So, this maze looks
It's
complicated.
4 rooms.
This looks complicated.
They all look very similar. They have
Hence
two.
why
They have
it's
2 levels, and they're interconnected with pathways left and right or doors. And then sometimes doors lock behind you.
And you get chest.
You just-
You get the boss key. You got the boss key being in this for about
First
a
room.
minute.
First room.
About a minute.
Yep.
Come on, man. And you're this the bunny.
Turned into the bunny. So there's
That was the cape. That was the magic cape, wasn't it?
No.
What?
No.
So then why'd you turn into a bunny?
So
What the hell
there's-
was that thing?
That was a gel.
There's a thing that just came out of the floor.
Yeah, it's gel. So there's these spinning stars
Okay.
that chase after you. And if they hit you, they disable your moon pearl. So you turn back into the bunny. And then you can't attack or anything. You just gotta run away.
Yeah, you did say something about that before.
We can go to the boss room right there if we wanted to.
Another damn key. So wait, you just skipped the boss room.
Yep.
Because you still need the item. Do you need the item, like, to defeat the boss or no? Do you ever need an item to defeat a boss?
You do not need the item. So we need it to hammer. Well, yes. So we beat the Helmet Sword King by using the hammer. You can actually use bombs. It's faster to use bombs to beat him. Because it only takes like 3 bombs to blow up his face.
But
I've always used the hammer.
just comfortable with it?
Yeah,
Fair enough.
it's what I've always used.
What? No. Nope. Nope. Nope.
What? Not that hard.
I would panic. I did panic, but I would have panicked from worse. The hell's that? The left. The green. Is it a
It's like a lizard.
cockroach? Oof.
Lizard cockroach, yeah. Just a monster. They're not very dangerous. So yeah, we come up to the 2nd floor here.
Should look annoying. Ice rod. When did you get the... oh, okay. I remember the ice rod.
Yeah, I got it.
Took me a second.
Wow,
Didn't
yeah.
know that's what that was.
So I'm just gonna blow a hole in the floor.
Oh, is this one of those you fell from up top, you fall 4 floors, and then you get to the boss thing?
No.
With a weapon or whatever?
So, there's a hint, like if you talk to that block, or if you check that block, it gives you a hint about like what you got to do here. But also, way back in the beginning of the game, remember when we went into that house and talked to the person, they said this used to be the house of a thief?
Yeah.
So, throughout the game,
Roughly.
they mentioned this thief called Blind. Blind to thief.
Robbed blind. God damn it.
And,
Oh, come on.
so they're constantly referencing this thief called Blind the Thief. Who happens to be the boss of this dungeon.
Are you kidding me? So, what have you been doing this whole time, then? You... So...
So far I've just been working my way through the dungeon to get to here. I don't have to run into all these, but I can.
It's just to go faster. What the hell's...
There's this strange human woman.
Not a human.
No, that's just a girl.
Nope, it's not. It's the boss.
It's just a girl.
It's the thief. He's disguised.
It's the girl.
Uh-uh. It's too suspicious. Because we're in the dark world.
No.
It's too suspicious.
It's just a girl.
That and the fact that you keep repeating that makes me 100% believe
Oh,
that is
so
not...
yeah,
and the
so
floor's disappearing.
the whole mechanic of this dungeon is you can go right to the boss room.
But
Boss
he's
room's
not.
empty.
But he's not going to be there because that's.
you
That's
gotta-
cheap.
You gotta go through the dungeon to get the boss and bring the boss to the boss room so you can fight the boss.
Oh man,
But also you have to blow the.
this would drive me nuts. This room right there, the
So-
moving floor.
When I blow the hole in the roof, it allows light into the dungeon.
Oh, and the light transforms in.
Got too bright. It's Blind the Thief.
You blind. That thing is ugly.
Got its head off.
It's a head. You didn't cut the head off. You took the body away. That's not what happened.
Cut the head off.
No. It looks like it was just a head to begin with. Oh no, you lost one fairy. You'll find 5 more. God damn it.
I mean, yes, I will probably, but like I only have 3 bottles. One of them has a bee in it.
And the other 2 had fairies, one of which you just used.
Yeah.
So it still doesn't affect you.
And that boss is done.
Come on. And a heart.
Oh, I missed the crystal.
Did
So it's always my goal to try and catch the crystal before it hits the ground. But I missed.
because you're saving the maiden. You don't want to damage your feet.
I don't want it to crack on the ground. It just bounces.
She's too important to let her feet touch the ground.
I failed.
Like a pharaoh.
I failed.
Oh no. She's tainted. My God.
So yeah, so far we've beaten the first dungeon and the 4th dungeon. There's a specific reason why I do the 4th dungeon like this. You need the hammer, which is why you do the first dungeon first. You need the hammer.
Why?
It's very important to progress throughout the Dark World, because everything's behind those posts you
I
gotta
love
smack down.
how it... Hold on a second.
Hmm?
I love how when in games they explain something to you, and they're like, "Do you get it?" It's like yes or no, and then it just explains the whole thing again.
Yeah.
Why bother?
Yeah.
It's so funny to me. It's like, nah.
Just in case, so it was for kids in case they didn't read it all or they skipped through and they want to read it through again. Just making sure you
Still
understand.
makes me laugh. Still
So, yeah.
fucking makes me laugh. Every
We
time.
have obtained the Titansmith golden gloves.
And what is that? I'm not gonna ask what that does.
We'll find out next time.
Yeah,
We'll
good
find
call.
out next time as we continue the break the game.
Son of a bitch. This is nonsense.
I just have a whole lot of fun.